Yes, welcome back. The show is still The Press, and we're about to begin our discussion in the studio this morning. And my guests, I hope they're all here seated. Let me start with the introduction. I have Mr. Collins Nnabuife, is a journalist as well as a social affairs analyst. It's so nice to have you, Collins.
Thank you very much.
This is not your first time.
No,
I had to drag you to be on the show. I've been chasing after you for like a month or so.
Exactly.
I'm so happy that you could take time to be on The Press once again.
Thank you very much.
And of course, I have a friend, Abdulazeez. Idris is a social affairs analyst. Abdulazeez also, I had to drag all the way from Kaduna to be on the show this morning. Abdul, it's been a long while we've been together here, but I'm so happy to have you on the show once again.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yes. This morning we're taking a look at the obvious. After 10 years, a trial, Nnamdi Kanu has been imprisoned for life. In fact, he has 4 life sentences that is expected to run concurrently. Once a relatively obscure figure up to 2009, he became famous when he started broadcasting all the way from London on the Biafra radio, calling for an independent state for the Igbo people. Of course, 10 years down the line, the story has been dramatic. It has come with a lot of drama all through, the trial. Of course, the final verdict also came with a lot of drama because Nnamdi had to be taken out of the court. And the sentence was read, it wasn't even in court when the sentence was given. The prosecutors demanded death penalty, but according to the judge, James Omotosho, he did say that the times of death penalties are over. Really? So he gave him 4 life sentences, of course, including terrorism as well as other charges. These are the issues that we're taking a look at. This is the trending story, and this is going to be on the lips of a lot of people for a while to come. Even though Kanu says, reports that we have, his lawyers or his team says that they're going to appeal, the sentence. So let us start from the beginning. When I sat down to analyze, every time I take a look at the unfolding story that involves Kanu himself, there is no way we can talk about the genesis of this agitation for self-actualization, for cessation. It all started right during the Civil War. There is no way for us to actually know or have a direction. There is no way we can take a look at where we are coming from. So I would want us this morning to go a little bit further, a little bit backwards rather, by taking a look at the beginning of where we are right now, which is a civil war, starting with Odumegwu Ojukwu calling for a Biafran state. Collins, I'm going to start with you as we start our discussion. This, of course, is the genesis of where we are right now.
Okay, so basically, the Biafran War, which is the reason why we are here today. The issue of self-determination. It started with the then leader, well, if I will put him that way, that's Odumegwu Ojukwu. So who led the Biafrans to a war within the Nigerian states. This was a big calamity for the Southeast because the war was fought in the Southeast, and some other states like Binitie experienced it, Edo State and Co, and Delta State experienced it, but majorly the Southeast were the states in the Southeast where the wars hit. So the war claimed the lives of Igbos. Over 3 million of them were killed during the war, and then some Nigerian soldiers were actually also killed. So after that, after the Biafran War, the Nigerian state granted forgave Ojukwu and told him to come back from exile, which he came back, and then I think the agitation at a point now died down. Not until some persons like Raf Wazirike picked it up with Mazop and continued after dialogue with the federal government then, that was under Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, it appeared it died down as well. Then before Nnamdi Kanu came up, and he came up with he became the director of Radio Biafra. He was broadcasting from London, and his own approach was not welcomed by the Nigerian government, because they felt he was inciting the Southeasterners against the state, which we saw some cases of violence. And then, so before he was arrested in 2015, and then later released in 2017, and also they went for his rearrest in 2017, which he disappeared, and then resurfaced sometime in 2018 to 2019, and then was now abducted in 2021 and brought back to Nigeria in 2021. He fought for several human rights abuses cases, and then they were thrown out. And we are here where we are today. So you can see the reason behind the Biafran War, the issues the Igbos raised, and the issues the warlords of Juku raised, are also the same reasons that Nnamdi Kanu is also raising for self-determination, was also the same reason this Rafa Ozrike raised. So you can see nothing has actually changed. I think there are some issues that I would say that have not been addressed. That's why this whole thing is still recurring. But the dimension it has taken now, I don't see Nnamdi Kanu coming to the table to dialogue with anybody on whether to drop his agitation and then embrace Nigerian state, because the issue has deteriorated to the level that it can be handled through dialogue. Because if it can be handled through dialogue, I believe the Nigerian government is open to dialogue with him. But the major issues were not addressed, and they allowed it to linger, and then became so terrible that
after 10 years.
So you can see, even if he's offered dialogue, I don't think he would take it because of his own life as well. Because the level the whole thing has gone down in the southeast, if he takes up dialogue with the federal government, I don't think the supporters, his other supporters will take it. So I think those are the issues, and then that's the foundation. Yeah, that's the foundation. That's why we're here today.
Okay. So Idris, you've heard what Collins has said. We want to take a look at the beginning of this agitation, as it were, the birth of the Biafran state, and of course the actors involved in it that has brought us down here. He has given us his analysis, laying the foundation for our discussion. Yeah. I would want you to, build on that.
Well, you see, history speaks volumes of events that unfolded for a period of time after time. The history of Biafra didn't start today, really, as you said, and didn't start with Nnamdi Kanu. It started right back in the 60s, especially after the 1966 coup, which led to the days of Premier of the Northern Nigeria, the Prime Minister Tafawa Balewa, and some others, Samuel Laduke Akintola and the rest. Now, after that coup, really, what happened was there's a counter coup after Ironsi got into office in 1967, I think. Between 1966 and 1967, Ironsi was in office, and what really happened was that how the coup was built was that the coup was mainly done and conducted by Igbos, who are the hem of the affairs of doing that coup at that time. So, and the victims were mainly Northerners, who were leaders of the northern extraction, like the Sardona of Sardona Ahmed Bello and Tafawa Balewa. They were murdered in that coup. And in that problem was that So most of the Northerners viewed, why is it only our leaders? This coup, had it been that Nnamdi Kanu is part of it, he was either killed or something like, or Awolowo, it wouldn't look at it as a regional, or it will not be looking as one-sided. You understand? But being that mostly was attacked by Northern leaders, then that's why some people view it as a kind of regional coup. So after Iransi come to office, there were these requests, even by the Sultan of Sokoto at that time, Sir Abubakar Nauku. He called Iransi and told him that the perpetrators of this coup should be tried in court, and also give them death sentences, so that it will be balanced, so that people will not see it or view it as in a different direction. But to the surprise of the North, Iransi coming back from Sokoto, he clears Nzegu and others that they have not done anything wrong, and they were cleared to move ahead and do their life as if they have not committed any crime. That's the beginning. So the Northerners have to look at it, is that the way it is? Then they acted. The next action was, when Iransi visited Ibadan, he was killed in that coup. If you remember, him and, is it Epejana or one of those, no, not Epejana, one of these, I cannot recall the name, who is the Southwest governor at that time. They were killed. So looking at that, that's when now people like Ojukwu who are in the army, they are at the high hierarchy of army, they now say, okay, no, we cannot agree with this. So the battle line was drawn. That's the beginning of the genesis of Biafran War. Now Ojukwu and some of his people now sat down and said, okay, let's come and pout to have an independence Biafra, which indeed, if you look at the map at that time, all Edo, Cross Rivers, Bayelsa, whatever, were part of. Whereby even the name itself, Biafra, was brought from that side. It wasn't from the southeast mostly. It's from the most of this south area. I think there's a place they call that's either a river or Bight of Biafra, they call it. Now, after the coup that took place to overthrow Iransi in 1967, Gowon took over. He was the head of state at that time. When Gowon took over, they put Ojukwu and ensured that they were, that secession did not succeed. And when Ojukwu found out that his soldiers were overwhelmed, he ran away to Ivory Coast.
Okay, we're going to take a pause there. We're taking a pause because I know that Idris, you go on and on, you came prepared with the history of Nigeria. But let's take a look at self-determination, because in the midst of this history that we are telling our people, this history that we carry in our heart, is the fact that underlying this agitation is one for self-determination. A lot of things came into the mix for why the Civil War got to the heat, or the Civil War was fought in Nigeria in the first place. If you ask the Igbo man, he will tell you his side of the story. Like Idris has given us the side of the northern, giving us details about the effect on northern Nigeria, as it were. And in the middle of all of this is a self-determination. I got this. It says that self-determination refers to a people's right to form its own political entity. And internal self-determination is the right of representative government with full suffrage. I'm asking Collins, the Nigerian constitution has no room for secession. Self-determination is not alien to the world. You did say that self-determination, even if it is not recognized so much in the Nigerian constitution, of course, it has a place in the world order. Self-determination is what the Biafrans are asking for. the bottom line at the end of the day. For you, as as an Igbo man, do you think it is wrong for the people of Biafra, in quote, to seek self-determination?
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with an ethnic group or let's say an ethnic nationality to seek self-determination. And let's keep the record straight. It's not only the Southeasterners that are seeking self-determination. Even
that's true.
The Niger Deltans the Southwest are also to do.
But Nnamdi Kanu is at the front burner of this as we speak. He's got a life sentence for for daring to do this.
It is within their right to seek self-determination. But how you go about it is another thing. So when you are seeking self-determination, it has to do with more of dialogue and lobbying. You don't the moment you start using coercion, using arms and then killing people, it will be misinterpreted in a different format, which is what really happened in the case of Biafra. Yes, the Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. Now, there was a time Nnamdi Kanu embarked on lobbying through the U.S. Congress. It was a very, very nice move. I commended it. But the moment some persons were armed to attack government facilities, attack the police, the security agencies, that means you're declaring war on those, because those people there, they're not animals, they're not trees. If you attack them, they attack back. And within a country, if there's an insurrection or like an attack on a country, the country will have to reply and see it as an act of terrorism. So that's the genesis. So, but if it is within whether it's within their right to seek self-determination, they are 100% right. They can seek self-determination. The UN Charter gave them the right to do that. So, but like I said, how you go about it is another question. So if you're asking for me whether it is within their right to do that, yes,
it's within their right,
because they have several reasons they laid down, and if you weigh those reasons and weigh those the options and everything, the issues they raise, you can see they are not far from the truth. And guess what? Over the years, those issues were not addressed by the.
Can you tell us some of the issues?
Yes. So when like the one we are in front of a U.S. Congress now, the debate on killings, yes. Anybody can argue that there are both killings of Muslims and Christians. Yes, you can defend that, you can argue that, and you can defend that. But majority of Southeasterners, let me say, over 98% are Christians. Over 98% are Christians. So the few there may be traditional worshippers and the Muslims. Now the most times there have been riots in the north, which most of them were killed. And apart from that, now let's leave that angle. The issue of marginalization, which they keep on complaining. Yes, we have been seeing that, although the government can actually go ahead and give you statistics of persons or Southeasterners who have held higher positions and other things. So, but these are some of the issues they raised. Yes, they mentioned the issue of the constitutional imbalance and all other things. So you can't deny them on a whole. But like I said, if they have their right to self-determination, yes, they do. Okay. Like the same way the Arewa, they can decide to say we're not part of Nigerians again. They can go ahead and do that. But how you go about it is the major issue. Yeah. So,
Idris, self-determination, that is the bane of the matter.
Self-determination
or agitation
is not new to the world. Even if the Nigerian Constitution does not give the room for it, as he said, UN Charter has given that opportunity. How you go about it is matters. Let's come back to Nigeria before we look into other African countries. In Nigeria, the only time after 1914 amalgamation that we do have agitation or trying to secede is that same that happened during 1967 to 1970. After that, no more any call for agitation until just recently, so it's just within this last 1 or 2 decades, when Nnamdi Kanu, for example, came out clearly, he started broadcasting, as you said, from London, that they wanted to secede from Nigeria. They want to form a Biafra. Having Biafra should have been in a better way. As he said, through dialogue, send your documentation at UN, push for it, and make sure that work with the Nigerian government, you understand, to secede. But the problem is, Nnamdi Kanu's way of doing his agitation entirely differs from what we expected. Not different, you know, individual differences are there. Ojukwu's on, don't forget, Ojukwu is a soldier. He's a professional. He was trained on how to handle arms. And if you look at the way Ojukwu organized the secession, it's entirely different from what Nnamdi Kanu is doing right today. When they wanted to secede, during Ojukwu's time, they sat down, organized it, called all the soldiers that are of southeastern extraction to come and form the Biafran army. Form Biafran army, put good army military structure, which is recognized. You understand? Now, after that, what happened? They went, the war started, and at the end of it was, they fell to, you know, in every war there must be a winner and a vanquished. When they realized that they couldn't make it, they now forget about the matter. Now, Nnamdi Kanu came in and said, as he also, my colleague here, Colin, mentioned, that marginalization and other things, political reasons mostly. Igbos were not in any way marginalized in Nigeria.
Why would you say that?
Well, good. It's good you ask that. You move all over Nigeria, you see that Igbos are the one taking over, or they have taken over, or they were the one controlling anything concerning trade and commercial activities in both north, south, and east. Anywhere you go. Now, let's look at the federation, the federal government itself. Southeastern people have been getting every type of opportunity that you know, right from the military time down to the political dispensation that we are doing now today, democracy. They were given equal opportunities. But politically, they are naive. My reasons are these. In the 60s, when the First Republic came, just look at the history, how it comes. The NCNC, that's Northern Cameroon and Nigerian whatever Congress, then the NEFU, that was from the north, also NPC, which is the Northern People's Congress, and others, and also from the side of west, when Awolowo come. They try to form a government, but don't forget, no one part of Nigeria can form a government alone. There must be a political marriage. Nnamdi Azikiwe think that, okay, let's see whether there could be a political marriage between the west and east so that we can form a government. But he realized that that cannot happen because Awolowo's own interests too were in battle with his own interest.
Okay.
He now decided, okay, since that cannot work, okay, let's go to the north. He went and sat down with people like Sardona, Ahmadu Bello, and Tafawa Balewa, and coalition was formed. They formed a government. You see one reason. Nnamdi Azikiwe was the president, while Tafawa Balewa was the prime minister. Is that not so? Everybody knows about this in history. And the government was successfully until when it was overthrown in 1966. Coming to the Second Republic, when Shagari wanted to become a flag bearer of NPN, he went and took Alex Ekwemi. Alex Ekwemi from the Southeast. You can see the political marriage going on. You understand? And they formed the government at the center. And it went smoothly until in 1983 when they were overthrown.
We'll take a pause. We'll take a pause. I know you came prepared. We'll take a pause because we want to take a break. Okay. We still have about 30 minutes to go on the show. We'll take a break, and when we return, the phone lines will be open so you can call in and be part of the conversation. Let's take a break now so we can take tea. Yes, welcome back. Thanks for staying there. The phone lines are open now. Please call in and be part of the conversation right about now. My guests are still right here. We're having really deep conversation as we take a look at Nigerian history, the journey from the Civil War, trying to understand the needs for self-determination, and of course where we're at right now. Our focus this morning again is actually Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu. As you see the topic right there, after 10 years of trial, Nnamdi Kanu has been jailed for life. It narrowly missed the death sentence because James Omotosho, the judge, actually said that, you know, we are far behind the days of death sentence, as it were, and it was given 4 concurrent life sentences. Now we want to take a look at the Nnamdi Kanu, the case itself, and I'm going to start with Collins by asking the question which has caused a lot of debate since yesterday, when you know, the verdict was given. Do you think this is right? But don't forget again that at a point, Nnamdi Kanu sacked his lawyers and said he was going to defend himself. He was given all opportunity to do that, to get his case right. But at the end of the day, he said he doesn't have any case to answer to because in his mind, he is on the right course. Justice Omotosho said that Nnamdi was cocky, so full of himself, and didn't give himself a chance. And at the end of the day, he got what he got. But again, the question is, do you think the life sentence, 4 life sentence running concurrently is the way the judgment should have gone?
Okay, the 7 count charges, that's 1, 4, 5, and 6 gave him a life imprisonment, and then while the number 3 gave him 20 years imprisonment, while the number 7 gave him 5 years imprisonment. 5 years imprisonment. So now, if going by the Nigerian Constitution, and then the judge was fair to an extent, so I granted him life imprisonment because the issue of terrorism and treason is a death sentence. So, but Justice Omotosho, in his own wisdom, and he also being a Christian, he cited the Bible basically from, especially from Matthew, where he now drew his lessons from, and then decided to give him a life imprisonment, and he also cited the issue of death penalties not really being practicable again to international charters, and what we have many international resolutions have tried to suspend the issue of death sentence. And if you look at Nigerian case, there are many persons on death sentence over the years who are still in detention. They have not been killed. So, if I may say, the judge was fair. Now it now gives an opportunity also to proceed to the appeal, and then possibly the Supreme Court to also prove his innocence as well. So I wouldn't say, because that's at least the judge would have done. He cannot acquit such allegations which he was unable to defend, which he was unable to prove otherwise. So it's not easy to acquit such allegations and what have you. So the life imprisonment was very fair. Yeah. So
Idris, life imprisonment fair, or what's your take?
Yeah. You know, always.
Or not?
No, I think, as he said, the Judge Omotosho really tried here because he was fair enough to give him life imprisonment. Treason, terrorism, and other charges were definitely no doubt death sentence.
But Kanu has always denied those allegations.
Yes.
He has denied terrorism. He has denied, vehemently.
He can deny it.
He has stood on his grounds right from day one.
I agree with you. He has denied it, but the evidences, exhibits, everything shown that yes, he has committed those crimes. No doubt about it. No one will doubt. The videos are there. The audio recordings are there. All are there. When he was broadcasting, when he was talking, burn here, kill one, kill this one. It's clear. We have all seen all what he committed. The life of people that his ESN and IPOP took, innocent people, chiefs of southeastern extraction who are also Igbos. There's an Igbo chief I knew that the video is there. He sent his boys. They took the life of that man, his wife, his family, all of them. About 5 to 7 of them were killed. They cut off their head, dumped their bodies at the roundabout, and then hung their heads in one of the markets in the southeast. You understand? These are clear.
You're giving us your explanation is so vivid.
Sorry. Now, there were a lot of these ones that happens. Really, it's not only this one. Like the Ahmed Black, what did he do? She just went there for a meeting. Harida and her children that were even 1 year old, what did she do? That she wants to be killed. Did he stop the agitation? Did he say that she be not Biafra? A 1 year old baby, 2 year, 3 year? All these things are clear, are there. Evidences are there. It's not like when they used to give reasons that he's not the one that committed. He commanded, he ordered. When Osama bin Laden was in Pakistan or was in Afghanistan, he directed terrorists to go and bomb World Trade Center. Does it mean that Osama bin Laden is innocent? He wasn't. So he will deny. If today you wake up Osama bin Laden and ask him, he will deny it. Meanwhile, he has committed that crime. So likewise, Nnamdi Kanu, what he did was he has no reason for going through this type of agitation. We're in 21st century. That US, whatever that he has been following, is even better for him. We have seen what happened in Sudan. The South Sudan and Sudan, what is happening? What happened earlier on? When they started the agitation, Sudan doesn't want to give them. But when they follow the normal procedure, UN, US, other Western world, whatever, even some part of the Arab world, they lobby. It comes to reality, you understand?
Okay, we have a call, please. Idris, let's take that call. No, please, can you walk away from your TV set? We can't take that call. Please, when you call in on the show, ensure your TV is switched off or you're far away from your TV set or the volume is tuned or toned down before you can call in and participate in our conversation. All right, Idris, go ahead.
Now what Nnamdi Kanu did was he tried to create a monster. That monster he created now, don't be surprised. It will take many years now for it to be erased. Southeastern people were being killed in the name of agitation. You say you want to liberate somebody, and you are killing that person. Why? There were even some of the victims that from abroad, they were even sponsoring the movement. But they happened to come to Nigeria and they were abducted and killed. You start killing soldiers. The same Igbo. If your family has an Igbo who is in a soldier or a police, they will go and kill the family of that soldier who is a Nigerian soldier or a police. Why? It shouldn't be. These people are innocent.
Collins, I want you to come in here. Okay.
It wasn't a good way.
Okay, we have a call.
It should have been peaceful.
We have a call. Good morning.
Hello?
Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, my name is AGK. I'm calling from Wusi.
Okay, AGK, please go ahead.
Okay, the problem we have in this issue here is the judgment is fair, just like your guests have said. It's fair. But on the other hand, you also have to look at it from the other hand of other people that had bandits that have killed, raped, destroyed families, sacked people from their communities. And the government, not only did the government welcome them with open hands, even paid them, send them abroad for training, accommodated them. Then when you do this, then one other side, and the other side, everybody's praising, oh, jail him, should have killed him, but since you didn't give him death sentence, we need to be fair. Because if you're preaching one Nigeria, let it go around. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So Collins, you heard our caller. If you're preaching one Nigeria, let it go round. Some feel that this judgment is one-sided. He has made mention of bandits, terrorists also who were given amnesty and sent abroad. We have the details. A lot of people believe that it is one-sided and justice actually wasn't given to Nnamdi Kanu. Again, I don't know if you agree with what the caller has just said. Okay,
before I touch on that, I want to also react to what my fellow guests said. Now, the issue of what is happening in the southeast today, those killings and what have you, I'm not completely exonerating Nnamdi Kanu from it, because I know he sowed a seed. He sowed a seed towards that when he formed the ESN. Now, but I can tell you today, I'm from the southeast. What is happening in the southeast now is no longer agitation. It is pure criminality that's happening in the southeast now. It's no longer agitation. So those killings now, they are not being, the killings going on now is not in the name of Nnamdi Kanu on agitation. It's now, okay, you can, how will you marry the issue of coming to someone's house with POS and then steal from the person with the POS and then also kill the person? That is not agitation. That is pure criminality. You rob people, and then at the point, the place I came from, at the point my village was deserted. Nobody was there. Wow. People left. My uncles left and went to they left for the nearby villages and then rented a house in their own community. In their own state, they left their own house they built in the village and rented a house. My mom came to Abuja and spent over 7 months. So it is no longer agitation that is going on in the southeast. So I also tell people that don't be surprised. Even if Nnamdi Kanu is released today, what's happening in the southeast will continue happening, because it has gone beyond agitation. Majority of those committing those crimes in the southeast are not loyal to Nnamdi Kanu. They are just pure criminals who took advantage of the vulnerability of the society, and then they started perpetrating evil. And now some killings too are political killings, not everybody now hide under the guise of unknown gunmen. Any killing now they'll target unknown gunmen or IPOD. But majority of those killings now are political killings, assassinations and robbery. If you are unlucky when they rob you, they'll kill you. We that are from Southeast, and I can tell you something for free again. The issues in Southeast, the killings and the atrocities in Southeast are being downplayed.
So we don't have the full details. The gravity of it's so terrible, especially in Imo State. Wow. It's so terrible. Now we get those information because we have our relatives down there. They send us videos. As in terrible video, gory videos of people butchered and shot in the head and what have you. So that one, Nnamdi Kanu may share a bit there because he sowed the seed. But the continuous killing. Okay, at a point he spoke for consultation and told people that this is not me. This is what people are doing is not my name. So even when he spoke and told the IPOB in quotes, people that have been accused of those killing, that they should stop killing and they should stop this CC tattoo. Did they stop? It didn't stop. It continued because some people are benefiting from it. It has become a criminal activity, and some politicians are now hijacking it to perpetrate evil. It is a political. Some of them are political killings. So now, what the court highlighted, yes, he's in order, because we have seen pictures and videos of repentant terrorists, because I don't know how if terrorists can repent them, because sometimes when you look at the issue of terrorism, you look at this ideology, because this is pure ideology. Before you can change ideology, it's very, very difficult. Especially when the person has been radicalized.
Yeah, radicalized. In some cases, we have seen some cases where somebody will spend 20, 30 years in prison, and
the moment they come out,
they go back and steal again. So those are the things people will look at. Yes, you even at the point in Nigerian soldier was quoted to have said that even a terrorist can become a president of Nigeria. You can see the the video is the video is all over, and you can see if now people who are seen with guns shooting people, collecting ransom and beheading people can be arrested, or they'll come and say that when the heat is too much for them in the
so they want to repent.
They come out and say they want to report, and then you will not use the state fund to train them, sew agbada for them, wear them caps, and then green caps and sew agbada for them, and then now the wives of soldiers who were killed, how would they feel?
Idris, please, I want you to continue from there.
Yes,
that's the situation. The caller has called in. He started a conversation that this judgment is not balanced, because we have situation where repentant terrorists are sewn agbada and giving green cap, like you have said. Do you think indeed he has said something that has touched your heart?
Yeah. There are a lot of differences, really, but I know even if somebody claims that we are not balanced, but we have to also look at the differences.
So what are the differences?
Fine and good. The differences, the Nnamdi Kanu's own movement was that secession and an act of also terrorism, which is also similar in some instances with the other side. Maybe he wanted to talk about the northern bandits or northern terrorists. Today, let me tell you, even if Shekau was not killed today, Shekau cannot move freely and be celebrated in the north. Likewise, Bello Turji cannot never be celebrated within the enclaves he was terrorizing those people. He's not a celebrity in that place. If anybody got opportunity, we kill him, because he either killed his family or his relatives. That's what happens. The northern part of the imbalance maybe some people are looking at here was, maybe there are some people that I can give an example with, there's one, I cannot fully recall the name. I think somebody is a Jibril or something, Wabara, was something. I cannot recall his name. He was caught once upon a time in Taraba State.
Wadume.
Good. Thank you very much. Wadume was caught. Wadume, yes, he masterminded so many kidnappings and let me say terrorism in that within those northeast sides. But he was, after some time, despite the fact all the documents show that yes, he committed this terrorism, he was imprisoned, and later he was pardoned politically. You see, the problem we have in Nigeria is that this political maneuvering sometimes, whereby justice was encroached. Why for long Tinubu cannot release Nnamdi Kanu was because he was not judged. There's no judgment concerning his case. Don't be surprised now when the political drum was beaten in 2027 or before 2031. Don't be surprised he will be pardoned. It's possible. Exactly. We're in Nigeria. We know what happens. In many instances, there are a lot of cases like this. But really, let me tell you, the difference is that if you go today now, and you're able to, if security were able to capture Turji today, if they kill Turji, all the northern Nigeria, all the northern, especially the northwest, people will celebrate killing of Bello Turji, because he has terrorized, he has ransacked many towns, villages. Many towns were deserted. He's not killing any other person than the same people that they were friends to his father, relatives and others. These are the same people.
But Idris, the question is, how come up till date we do not have a face to these terrorists? We do not have a face to, we've had stories of terrorists being sponsored. The list will be released up till date. Nigeria does not have the list of those sponsoring terrorism. There is no record of any terrorist. Okay, Nnamdi Kanu has been tagged an international terrorist. Internally, people are being killed. We have 25 girls abducted right now. We do not know where they are. How come we do not have a face to a terrorist as huge as the one we have with Nnamdi Kanu How come we don't have a series of the names and lists in court on the front pages of our papers, so we don't have such? That is the imbalance that is being talked about.
There's something that you people are missing here. You see, Sheka was killed, even though in the clash between rival groups. Sububu, not quite long, I think some months back, within this year, somebody, you can remember Sububu, who was killed, who was he was even the mastermind or the Oga on top of Bel Liturgy. He was killed by the military. Do you remember that? That's direct, because there's a direct combat confrontation between him and the securities. Anybody that he knew that today is has been captured and he was charged with similar case like Nnamdi Kanu, I'm sure you find out that he's still either imprisoned or he was also sentenced. But because he didn't make a name like Nnamdi Kanu, maybe people don't care, or there was no much noise about it.
The Nigerians are calling for names. We've been calling for names. We want to see these names. We want to see a compilation of this name. We want to see faces. If we have people who have been tried, intermittently put it on the newspaper. 5 people put their faces, put their pictures, so we know that these are the faces of terrorism. These are the bandits that have been caught. These are the ones in prison. They've been tried. This is a judgment given. And of course, you know, we have that direction, but we do not have that direction. So people can come up and say that there's an imbalance of justice and one side is being favored over the other, because again, that is a reality on ground. Collins, please.
Okay. In that aspect, we
don't have time anymore.
If we're talking about face, yes, we see their faces every day. Those people that ride on bikes to go and negotiate with local governments and governor and state governor, are they not the terrorists? Now, my co-guest said if Turiji Bello or Shekau is being seen today, that the people will not be happy. They may even take the laws into them and lynch them and kill them. So yes, but what of the person going about from forest to forest, meeting with them and then discussing with them, and the people know that he is actually their friend, or let me see their friend. He actually knows them, and the clinic is moving around and nothing is still happening. So
that's Sheikh Gumi.
So those imbalances are what we're talking about. Now these people come out not even covering their faces and go for dialogues with state executive, local government chairmen, and we are still looking for faces where their faces are over there. So that's what the call was talking about, imbalance. All those are all encompassing. You mistakenly arrest them, or let me say you get them, or they come back to you and they say that they are repentant. You give them a red carpet reception and treat them well, and say you want to take them abroad with taxpayers' money. You say you want to de-radicalize them. Some people even alleged that some of them were absorbed into
the military and the police.
Although we may not substantiate that, but it's still at the allegation.
Yes, it's an allegation.
But those treatments, those VIP treatments, let me use that for VIP in quote treatment, so it's better for them and co. And then look at the other one in the south is the IPOB. You throw him inside the prison, and it's over 2-3 years you are trying him. So those are the imbalances people are talking about. And the kid glove treatment of their counterparts from in the north.
We don't have time anymore. But there's something we do here. I do here on the show is give you an opportunity to speak in your language for 30 seconds, especially concerning the topic. I'm going to start with you, Collins. You have 20 seconds. Actually, we don't have time anymore. Please, in Igbo, talk on this issue and talk to your people.
Okay.
That's the camera.
Ihe mere ụnyaahụ oge nwanne nwoke Nnamdi Kanu akpochiri ya asị na enyere ya nga kwa ndị na-asị nga mkpọrọ ọka, that's a life sentence, is something ihe a ga-eji mụrụ akọ, and a na-asịkwa ka ndị Igbo ka anyị ncha nọ nwayọọ ghara iwere iwu tinye n'aka anyị na-aga na-akpa aghara. nwanne anyị Nnamdi Kanu nwekwara nwere ohere ndị ọzọ iji gwakwa ndị ụwa n'aka dị ọcha. Ọ ga-aga appeal court, gakwa Supreme Court. Oru ebe ahụ nke a na-agwakwa ndị ụwa jikwenu ndị ọkaikpe ndị aka ha ndị ma ha na-eme ji were ha gaa gwa ndị ụwa na aka dị ọcha. Ihe na-asụ n'ụwa ka anyị niile nọ n'udo. Dalonu.
Okay, thank you. You have 10 seconds in the house. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. No, we don't have time. They'll cut us off. So just 10 seconds. Yes.
To abin da ce a nan shine hukuncin da aka yanke wa Nnamdi Kanu na wato ajiye shi a prison ya tsawon rayuwarsa, na ga hakan ya yi daidai duk da ma inda son samu ne yadda ya kashe mutane shi ma ya kamata a kashe shi. So saboda haka amma dai abin da muke so shine zaman lafiya ya fi komai, meaning peace is the right.
Yes, I want to thank my guests for being on the show. Thank you, the caller that called in, and all of you who watched the show. I appreciate you. Next week Monday is another date on the show. Peace is what we are calling for. Peace in Nigeria, peace in our hearts, peace all the way. My name is Anire. Binitie. Thanks for watching. As I sign out, be good. Enjoy the rest of the day.